Panther Broadcasting, powered by Prepcast. We are headed to the Zumwalt South week. Tom Hartbeck sitting down with Coach Joe Bacon. Halfway through, good win over Liberty last week, but you kind of said in the postgame show you need to start playing a little bit better in the first half and maybe more solid football overall a little bit. Wouldn't you think?
Oh, definitely. And our kids would tell you. I mean, we played hard and aggressive, and that was one of our top goals. And we played clean and with class, and that was our other top goal. But then the third was to make sure we're doing our assignments and we're on top of what we're doing. And we were a little bit sloppy at times on Friday night, so we just got to work on cleaning that up.
What do you think is contributing to, well, we only gave up 7 points?
Well, so more so offensively, we were sloppy. I feel like defense and special teams were pretty on point Friday night. So I think Liberty's a pretty solid program, and so for our defense to limit them as much as they did, our defense was doing a lot of things right on Friday.
How did that veer offense on Liberty's side?
How did it help? I mean, we see a version of that offense every week in practice, and we have been all summer since it's, in a way, it's similar to what we run, and so that helps our defense a little bit, but it's more about our guys doing their job and filling their role to the best of their ability, and they did that well.
Yeah, I think on offense, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. You know, since there's so many playmakers. But on defense, Parker Mining's got, I think, 12 sacks on the year.
Yep.
Maybe talk a little bit about him and how he's done.
So he's having a real good year so far, and obviously if our DBs weren't covering very well, we probably wouldn't have those sacks because the quarterback would be getting rid of the ball quicker. And if our D-line wasn't doing their job occupying the offensive line, same deal. And so, I mean, it's a team effort, and for right now, a lot of attention is going Parker's way because he's making a lot of really big plays and he's playing well. But it's the other 10 guys doing their jobs too that's allowed Parker to do that.
How do you think the two-way guys have played, like Cairo and Chris Futrell and stuff like that?
They've done a real good job, and conditioning is always a concern, especially it's been pretty warm at some of our games. But I think our conditioning's been pretty solid because they haven't shown much fatigue throughout the game.
And like we said, there's been 2 games so far this year where it's been, close at halftime, and then obviously in the second half, things changed. The Zumwalt West game and now the Liberty game. So far, though, when you look at the whole season, for 4 games through, what do you think so far?
I feel like it's a solid start. I mean, we absolutely have to be playing better football week 8 than we were week 4. Like, we can't still be that same team. Otherwise, some of those bigger goals that we have definitely aren't going to happen. But if we keep getting better every week, we're in a solid spot for week 5, but we got to try to work hard to get ahead of the curve there.
If you had to diagnose, where is it? Is it offense or defense?
Well, this past week it was offense where we struggled the most, so we got the most work to do. And hopefully defense stays locked down and improving, and special teams as well. And offense, we'll get there. It's just frustrating when we're not there quite yet.
If you had to say, because Jack Newcomb got in again, did he improve from his last time at quarterback?
I thought he played real well again, and so he's making the right calls and the right reads and taking the ball where it needs to go. So he's done a really good job. Yeah,
he had a good, nice little rush touchdown too. But looking ahead for South, obviously big rivalry game. Now their program hasn't been per se as successful as you guys recently, but what kind of game are you looking at?
So there have been years where our record's way better than theirs, and we get to halftime and we're up by 3 points or a touchdown, and that's happened way too many times, and we realize that that'll happen Friday night, or we could be behind at halftime if we're not focused and locked in and doing our jobs. And so they'll come out and they'll fight hard because it's a rivalry game, and so the records really don't matter because we're both 0-0 heading into tomorrow night as far as that's concerned. So it'll be a good game.
So far, the season going pretty well, trying to get to 5-0. It is Zumwalt South Friday night. So tune in then, and we'll see you next time.